wanted to explain a little bit about the levels on pedal assist, and we're going to go through those and talk about exactly what they do. And for the most part, I will be pedaling the whole time because pedal assist levels over here do nothing for the throttle. It's only how much current is going to be delivered to the motor on each setting, and that amount of current determines the speed. There's not a speed limitation, it's mainly just current. So we're running an eco right now, and I am pedaling, and I'm helping the motor a little bit. I'm going to ride on eco here for just a minute. We can see on eco we're pulling about 4 or 5 amps, and once we go past this hill over here, we'll switch it so we can get an accurate reading on flat. Alright, so we're going to slow down a little bit. Alright, those guys go by. Alright, so as you can see, we're pulling 4.5, kind of at the highest. I'm going to let the motor do all the work. We're going to go to level 1. We're going to see that jump up to just under 10. Should hover around, say, 7, 8. As we go to level 2, should be over 10 amps now. Now this is going to kind of depend on whether or not you're on flat, whether you're on a hill. We're going to see a hill here. I'm going to slow down so the motor has to work hard. But you'll see it maxes out at close to 11. Okay, that's the max that level is going to deliver. There was max because we were climbing a hill. So now we're going to kick it up to level 3. Now at level 3 is where we're going to start seeing our big jump in amps. We're going to be hovering around the 15 amp mark at peak. But level 3 is a good one, you know, before sport and race, where, yeah, you're going to be still pulling a lot of watts, but it's not near as much. So now we're going to go up into sport. Sport's going to put us at about 20 amp max. And we're cruising along pretty good in sport right now at 26 miles an hour. So kind of almost no need for race mode at this point. So we're going to cruise on sport here for a minute, watch that current. Okay. Should max out at around 20 amps. Max on this controller is going to be 25 amps. Catching back up to the roadies. Back to level 2. While we're not behind these guys here, we're going to go down to level 0, which is no pedal assist. And we're going to go on throttle. Watch the current on throttle. Throttle only. Of course, we're maxing out at 20. Look what our current's running at. here. We're going to turn around. We're going to look at the max current climbing on throttle. See that? 20 amps. On throttle, the max you're going to get is the 20 amps. Alright, so we're going to switch off the throttle. Back up to where we're at in sport mode. Continue. Pull our 20 amps. Alright. Now we're going to go into race mode. Race mode is going to unlock the full amperage. We're going to see that go to 25 amps. Not a huge speed difference between sport and race. Unless you're climbing or you got a heavy headwind, going to burn a lot more current, a lot more battery wattage running in race mode versus sport. Right? So if we go back down to sport, not much of a difference. Watch when we go to 3. I'm not pedaling the help, I'm just pedaling the kick and the pedal assist. So now we're on level 3. A lot less current, didn't lose much speed. Level 3 here for a minute. Okay. Let's go down to level 2 again. Cycle back down. Level 2, 24. So even on level 3, we're going to get over that 20 mile an hour. Pedaling a little bit of wind, we're over that 22, 23. Look at our current. Pulling at 15 amps. And we're still pulling 700 plus wattage. Labor Day weekends, we did quite a bit of traffic today. Get back up on level 3. Still gives us pretty good acceleration. Look at that wattage. Drop back into 2. See how much that wattage drops. Dropped a couple hundred watts off. Homemade electric there. 2, we're doing our 20, but 500 watts. So the question is, what happens if they go full throttle? 20. Still pulling about the same amount of watts once we get up there. So, if you really need to conserve power, I'm going to show you a little trick. One thing about pedal assist is you kind of fight it a little bit. You know, you help it, but unless you're in one of those lower levels, you know, it's going to max the current out. But if you really want to stretch it and get the wattage down, we're going to go into level 0. We're just going to turn off our pedal assist. We're going to drop the speed down a little bit. And I'm going to lock the cruise control. Now this isn't lasting, this is just cruising. So we're still at 18 miles an hour. You see we're pulling 400 watts. Now what happens if I start to pedal with it? Now I'm giving some pretty good pedaling now, but the pedal assist isn't kicking in. I'm basically kind of just helping the cruise control when I can. So I'm pedaling, doing my normal helping. Alright? And we'll see if we can get that wattage down to 300. Now I'm going to let off. Let the cruise control do its job. Now we'll see where we'll be at the 500 range, somewhere right around there. Still on. I'll put a little bit with the hills. Drop that 700 watts. Alright, we're going to go race with it, get past this traffic. Bit of a headwind, but not much right now. That'll change in the afternoon. Alright. So I want to explain this advanced screen a little bit. Typically after each charge I reset it, so I have my statistics for each ride. It gives me my trip mileage, it gives me my watts used at the top up there. It also gives me my amp hours used, which if you have a 15.6 pack, which is a modified pack like I do, or you have the 13 or the 19, you can pretty much tell how much amp hours you have left. How much that's usable and how much power you're going to get out of that. That's, you know, another argument. But one of the other big ones also is on the bottom left. And that's your watt hours or watts per mile. So looking at your watts per mile, that's like a miles per gallon on a car. So you can actually use that to calculate your range. And I have a handy little app for that. And I'll put a little formula up on the screen for you to look at. But ideally, your watts per mile tells you your average and how much juice you're really burning. So if you want to stretch your battery, that's the number you need to keep down. And it gives you an average after you reset that every time. So that's the one thing I monitor quite a bit when I'm riding. I'm going to go back out to 3. We're going to get into some congestion down here by the beach. It's fairly early in the morning still. It's about 10, quarter to 10 right now. It's supposed to be 90s today. People love to stop right here at this turn for some reason. And let's take a look and see how busy it is. Out to the riverbed. Wow. Not even going to go down there. 10 o'clock in the morning, packed. So when I'm cruising boardwalks and stuff, I'll usually put it in 0 with the throttle. One thing I wish Juiced would do is allow you to set the cruise control below 10 miles an hour. Which it won't do. So a lot of times what I'll do is I'll set the cruise to a minimum. I'll just give it a little bit of a pedal assist. We're going to ride down toward Huntington Beach. How much I'm going to last. Way too many people. Level 3 for the boost. Nice avalanche there. This is a bike path, so I'm trying to be respectful. They give a lot of shit for e-bikes on the bike path, but the roadies drive on here much faster than the e-bikes do. Granted, I'd rather get hit with a carbon fiber bike than a 100-pound electric bike. So right now we're at 15 miles an hour. I'm going to dial it down, set the cruise. Watch this with the cruise control now. Now if I start pedaling, number 3 kicks in. Go to 0. We're going to do the same thing. Set it at 13. This is my hypermiling setting. Right now we're pulling 350 watts. Now I'm going to start pushing the motor a little bit. One thing you'll notice, pedaling doesn't do a ton. You might get to drop it 100 watts if you're lucky. Almost on any given setting, maybe 200 if you're helping it up hills. But once the lead tends to get moving, it doesn't really take a lot to keep it going. So I'm pedaling pretty good. A lot of resistance. Now if I really pedal, I can't go any farther with it because that motor's won't let me. Now I'll go ahead and stop pedaling. The lowest I had down was about 175. We'll get up to our cruising speed. And we're going to be under 300. So, but you shave off 100 watts for a while, that's going to add up. We're just going to run with the cruise control on here for a little bit. Watch the cross traffic.
Kind of cool, isn't it?
GoPro's still recording. This is going to be a nutty weekend. Triple digits inland. 90s at the beach. Everyone's going to be here to try to escape the heat. But it's still going to be hot. Start right now. Alright. Probably going to hit the parking lot to get past this traffic. Only going to be heavier. Not sure what that guy was doing. Running man on a bike. e-bike central. Oversee more consolidation of electric bikes. So many different brands. Definitely won't be taking the bike path back. Taking into consideration this is Saturday morning. It's
And it's like, it's not a, like at your house.
Alright, get to here, we're going to cut this video. Don't have the energy for that right now. So we're gonna just blast through this. Dodge some cars. Dodge people or dodge cars? Right now I'll take the cars. Oh look, it's okay, someone else watch out for you. Not sure how long of a ride I plan on doing today. Probably around 20 miles or so. That's about all my ass can take.